Hi everyone, this is Miss Caitlin, the teen librarian at the main branch of Lafayette Public Library. Today I'm going to show you how to make some beauty products out of ingredients that you probably have already in your kitchen. So if you look up to the corner of the screen, you'll see the first one we're going to make is honey lip balm. For this one, you'll need a tablespoon of coconut oil, a tablespoon of raw honey. Regular honey is fine too. Raw honey just doesn't have any additives in it. A small container to place it in. I have these little containers here, but an old Altoids tin, say, something along those lines would work great as well. So the first thing we're going to do is melt some coconut oil in a microwave safe dish in 5-second intervals until it's liquid. Like I said, that is 1 tablespoon. I've already pre-melted it. It's in this little bowl here. So I'm gonna let it cool for a minute, and it has been for a while, and then we're gonna add the honey. So like I said, a tablespoon of raw honey. I've got my honey here, and a tablespoon measure. So the coconut oil is very moisturizing and honey is very soothing, which is why they come together to make a really nice lip balm. Use a spoon to scrape that. Okay, I've got my coconut oil and my honey together. Next, I'm just going to mix it. Gotta try to incorporate the honey with the coconut oil as best you can. They have different consistencies. Ooh, I just made a mess. Okay, at this point, it's pretty well mixed together, and if you'd like, you can add any add-ins that you have. So some examples of those would be essential oils if you have them, dried herbs, dried flowers, zest from citrus plant, anything along those lines. I happen to have some mint from the garden that I dried, and I like mint in my lip balm. I think it's pretty great. So I'm just gonna put a little pinch of that in there just to get the mint flavor. And I'm gonna stir it up again. All right, so it's pretty much ready to go. After this, we pour it in the container and we just wait for it to harden. All right, so that is the honey lip balm. I have one other kind of lip balm to show you. We're gonna make some gelatin lip balm. And that is exactly what it sounds like. For this one, we're also going to use coconut oil, this time 2 tablespoons. It's going to make a little bit more, but the gelatin's going to solidify it. We're going to use 2 teaspoons of gelatin powder. I have some cherry jello. If you use colored gelatin, it's going to make the lip balm colored, which will give a little tint to your lips if you are looking for that. Again, you're going to need a small container. I have another one of the mint type containers there. All right, so I'm going to add the 2 teaspoons of gelatin powder to the coconut oil. As you can see, I've already melted this coconut oil, like I said, for about 5 seconds at a time in the microwave until it's liquefied. So we've got the cherry gelatin here. And after that, this one is pretty much done. Just like the last one, you can add extra things if you want to, but you don't necessarily have to. For this one, I don't think I'm going to add anything extra. I like the cherry all by itself, so I'm going to start stirring that. It's going to incorporate better if you make sure your oil is pretty warm while you're doing this. With the honey one, you want the oil to cool for a minute. With this one, you want it to be warm, just like when you're making real jello with water. All right, got that one stirred up pretty well. And again, we're gonna do just like we did with the other one. and fill up my little container. I'm sorry, I can't get it open. Haha. And again, it's going to take some time to solidify. So I'm going to move it on off over to the side. You're going to want a tablecloth while you're doing this, as you can see, because I am making a bit of a mess, and you will probably as well. So next we're going to move on to a couple sugar scrubs. The first one we're going to make is a honey sugar scrub. So for that one, you'll need 2 cups of white sugar. Organic is great if you want. Regular white sugar is also wonderful. I have 3 tablespoons of coconut oil, 2 tablespoons of honey, a small container to put it in, and then you have your optional things here as well. But this one, the star of the show, is the honey, so I don't think I'm going to add anything. So as you can see, I've already melted my 3 tablespoons of coconut oil in the microwave in 5-second intervals, just to make sure it's not overheating. We don't want to burn it. Next, I'm going to add my sugar. I don't have a cup measure, so I'm going to use a half cup measure. So it'll be 4 half cups to make 2 full cups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 2 cups of sugar. As you can see, this one's going to make a lot of sugar scrub. Well, that's great. The more the better. It's going to make your skin nice and soft. Now I'm going to add my 2 tablespoons of honey, sorry. And the honey is good for scent as well as for softening of your skin. All right, I've got that all mixed together. All right, let's stir it up. You don't want this to be liquidy at all. You want it to be pretty solid. So if it's runny at all, you maybe need to add a little bit more sugar. On the other hand, if it's not coming together, you could add a little more oil or a little more honey, depending on your preferences. I'm a messy cook. I don't know if you can tell. I always have been, but that's okay, because I clean up after myself. And you need to make sure as well. Okay, we've got it pretty well incorporated here, but I'm going to use my hands just to make sure that we've got it all combined. Get any clumps of oil or honey out. So a sugar scrub is really good for any part of your skin that's a little bit rough or needs a little bit of extra attention. What I would do is use it and then maybe use a little bit of lotion afterward, just to make sure you're getting all of the softness that you can. But yes, you scrub it into your skin and then you rinse it. So we've got this pretty well incorporated. And I have a little jar over here, and I'm just going to scoop. So that's our honey sugar scrub. For the final one here, we are going to make a lemon sugar scrub. I like lemon anything citrus works for me. So for this one, you're gonna need white sugar, coconut oil, a small jar, and a lemon zest or any other thing that you might want to use. I like lemon zest because I have it naturally. I zested a lemon. So for this one, we're going to also use 2 cups of white sugar with the 1/4 cup of melted coconut oil. So I pre-melted the coconut oil in 5-second intervals. Now for the sugar. Again, I only have a 1/2 cup measure, so it's going to take 4 1/2 cups to make 2 full cups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we measured in our sugar, and I'm just going to combine that for a second before I add the lemon zest. As soon as the sugar touches the coconut oil, it wants to clump, so you do have to break that up as you go along. If you wanted to add it bit by bit and incorporate it into the sugar, that's great too. All right, so I've got it a little bit mixed in, and now I'm going to add the lemon zest. And in case you don't know what zesting is, it means finally grating the peel of a citrus fruit. So you can see I've got the peel of 1 lemon here, zested and ready to go. If you have a zester, that's great. If not, the smallest side of a cheese grater will do it as well. So I've added that in, and now it smells very lemony in here, which is great. I love lemon. Stir that up. And again, I'm going to use my hands for the last bit just to make sure I get all the clumps out. If you wanted to add food coloring to this or any of the other things just to give it a little pop, that's great, and I do recommend it if you like things colored. Soap dye also works, but again, it's fine just the way it is because we're going for the good effects of your skin and the scent, really. So let's scoop that into this jar. All right. And there you have it. From me and my messy hands, I have shown you how to make 4 different DIY beauty products just using the supplies you have in your kitchen. I'll see you next time.